What you do in silence decides your future. Not what you post, not what you promise. Not what you say you're going to do when the timing is right. It's what you do when no one is watching, when there's no applause, no validation, no one to impress. In those quiet moments, the early mornings, the late nights, the unseen hours, that's where your future is being shaped. This message matters because so many people are loud about their dreams but silent in their effort. It speaks to the person who knows they want more, who feels the pressure of unrealized potential, who wonders why life hasn't changed yet. It's for the one who shows strength in public but fights doubt in private. Because the truth is, your life isn't built on big public moments, it's built on small, invisible ones. Silence can be uncomfortable. In silence, excuses don't work. There's nowhere to hide, no distractions to blame, no audience to perform for. It's just you and your choices. And those choices, repeated daily, quietly decide who you become. You already know this, don't you? You feel it when you say you'll start tomorrow. When you choose comfort over discipline. When you avoid the work because no one will notice if you do it or if you don't. It feels harmless in the moment. Just one skipped day, one delay, one compromise. But silence keeps score, even when you don't. You see, there are two versions of silence. One that weakens you and one that builds you. One where you scroll, distract, numb yourself, and escape, and another where you focus, practice, learn, and grow. From the outside, they look the same. But from the inside, they are shaping completely different futures. Think about the people you admire, the ones who seem disciplined, confident, unstoppable. What you see is the result. What you don't see is the silence that created it. The days they showed up without motivation. The nights they worked when quitting would have been easier. The consistency that no one ever applauded. That's where the real difference was made. Most people wait to feel inspired before they act. But the people who truly change their lives act even when they feel uninspired. Especially then. Because they understand something most never realize. Motivation fades, but identity is built in silence. When you do the work without being seen, you're not just building a skill. You're building self-trust. Every silent decision is a vote. A vote for the future you want, or the future you're trying to avoid. When you read that book instead of scrolling. When you do that workout instead of skipping it. When you put in the hours instead of procrastinating. No one claps. No one knows, but something inside you changes. You become someone who follows through. And here's the hard truth. Neglect also happens in silence. So does regret. The future you fear isn't created by one big mistake. It's created by thousands of small, quiet choices to do nothing, to stay comfortable, to wait. And then one day, that future arrives, fully formed, and you wonder how you got there. The deeper insight is this: silence reveals who you really are. Without pressure, without performance, without needing approval. And that's incredibly powerful, because it means you don't need anyone's permission to change. You don't need recognition or validation. You just need to decide, in silence, to become someone new. There will be a moment, I promise you, when you realize the work you've been doing quietly has fundamentally changed you. You'll react differently. You'll think differently. You'll move with more confidence. Not because you announced it, but because you earned it. That's the turning point. When your results begin to speak for you. So ask yourself this, honestly. If no one ever saw your effort, would you still show up? If there was no praise, no reward, no guarantee, would you still do the work? Because your answer to that question is already shaping your future. What you do in silence is not wasted. It is recorded. It is remembered. It is building something, whether you realize it or not, so choose wisely. Choose discipline over distraction, growth over comfort, purpose over noise. Because one day, the life you're living will speak for the choices you made when no one was watching. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.